So I watched Sherlock Gnomes, another highly requested sequel that came out this weekend from its predecessor, Romeo and Juliet, which is a real movie, and I honestly thought I was going to rip it apart like the Emoji movie that came out last year, and surprisingly, I thought it was okay. By no means was this movie any good, but I didn't expect myself to somewhat see what this movie was trying to go for. It wasn't close to being the worst animation I've seen in my entire life existing on this planet, history of mankind bullshit, like some things, but it was just extremely forgettable. Yeah, I'm making a video talking about most of the things I remember, so everything on what I just said makes zero sense, but you know what? Whatever. But yeah, Sherlock Gnomes isn't that bad of a movie, but it's also not good either, and a lot of that had to do with this movie's sense of humor. It's very much aimed towards children, and adults will probably find themselves rolling their eyes most of the time or make themselves laugh at something when a moment really isn't that funny, so they're just at least trying to connect with their child. Most of the children who were in the theater were actually having a great time. I, for one, didn't hear one single adult laughter. In fact, most of them were on their phones checking their Tinder accounts, and I can even tell you from that, you're not missing too much. The movie got possibly one chuckle out of me, and I couldn't really tell you at what part, but most of the time I was left in my seat with a pretty big derpy face. The humor was very lame, cheesy, and very much aimed towards children. Every relevant dance move, song, or thing that the kids of today would know was just thrown at the screen for any sake of forced or unearned comedy. Kids would look at the screen and go, "Oh hey, I know what that song is, and that mankini gnome is dancing." If you're a parent and if you hate this type of comedy, then you're going to dread taking little Susie or Johnny to this theater experience. What could make up for it though, however, is the way they deal with the animation. Sometimes you parents would want some pretty colors and images to look at, and I would lie to you if I said Sherlock Gnomes doesn't have that. This movie is marketed to be a computer animated film, but it doesn't restrict itself to that one particular animation style. In fact, it dives into hand-drawn 2D animation whenever Sherlock Gnomes is attempting to solve cases, or even one minor scene where they use stop-motion paper cutouts. Under the surface, there's really no purpose as to why the animators did that, and some of you may hate the fact that they randomly do, but for someone as myself who appreciates animators bringing back some lost animation art forms, such as hand-drawn, which is a style I believe is slowly dying, then you're going to appreciate this movie going for that. Some of the 3D animation looks stunning for a $60 million production. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. The breadwinner was like $10 million. It's way more stunning than this. But some scenes looked like the animation was unfinished. There was a scene where Sherlock Gnomes faces the main villain of the movie, and the sequence where he has to rescue gnomes from under the bridge looked absolutely awful. No, but seriously though, check out The Breadwinner. That shit is amazing. You would think for a movie to have the star power as it does, because you got James McAvoy, you got Emily Blunt, Michael Caine, Maggie Smith, and even Johnny iPhone Depp as Sherlock Gnomes, as the main leads, that they couldn't even elevate this movie or make it fun. It was just a very quick paycheck these actors had to earn based on this $60 million production. I don't blame them. I mean, look at Martin Scorsese. He voiced a fish in Shark Tale, but he needed to make his money so he could make movies like The Departed and Silence. Probably not true. Actually, I have no idea why Martin Scorsese was in that movie. And I'm not saying these actors will do the same, but my point is that's why actors choose the projects they do. Sometimes for a quick paycheck, and that's really okay. I'm sure the team behind the movie didn't really care about how these actors would deliver the lines because they have the mindset that this movie is made to sell towards the children audience. Let's bombard them with ads on YouTube whenever they watch Jake Paul, and if their parents say no, dab on them until they say yes. But I enforce you parents out there who can't resist little Johnny's dab is to do the best to not listen to them. Just show them a different movie on Netflix. There's immensely better animation films on there that are worth your time and definitely money, and I'm sure the movie will arrive on Netflix within the next 3 months, but your kids deserve better. Speaking of Netflix, that's what I'm going to say to watch this movie until it gets that release date. That's basically all I have to say about Sherlock Gnomes. I once again felt a whole heap of nothing, but I knew that I didn't have a dreadful movie experience. It's going to be something I'll be forgetting pretty soon, but wanted to make this video to let you parents know, show your kids Annihilation. That's also on Netflix. I'd be a terrible parent, honestly. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.